What if you could walk into the market each morning and instantly see your key battlegrounds for the day? No guesswork, no clutter, just clean Fibonacci levels, calculated not from the past week's highs, but from today's open, and built on real market range data. Today we'll be reviewing the Fibonacci IntraDay Range by ukutaLabs, a powerful tool designed for traders who want structure, precision, and confidence in their intraday strategy. In this video, we'll break down exactly how this indicator works, how to apply it to your charts, and why it just might change the way you trade intraday forever. Let's get into it. This indicator generates intraday Fibonacci levels that resemble standard retracements, but instead of referencing swing highs and lows, it anchors its calculations to the session open and the average daily range, making the underlying logic fundamentally different. The framework of this indicator is based on the analysis of historical daily candlesticks, specifically evaluating data from the previous 14 trading sessions by default. This look-back period is configurable, allowing for customization based on user preference or strategy requirements. This rolling window forms the foundation for calculating the average daily range. Let's now take a closer look at the underlying methodology used to calculate the Fibonacci levels. The indicator determines the range of each session by subtracting the low from the high of the corresponding daily candlestick. It does not compute the average true range. Rather, it strictly measures the number of ticks contained within each individual candle. After computing the total tick range for each session, the indicator sums these values across the entire look-back period. It then divides this cumulative total by the number of sessions in the look-back window, resulting in the average daily tick range. With the average tick range over the past 14 sessions established, the indicator can now project Fibonacci levels on the chart by applying predefined Fibonacci ratios to this average range. Since the Fibonacci levels are anchored to the current day's opening price, the reference point remains consistent across all time frames. Whether you are analyzing a 1-minute chart or a 4-hour chart, the current day open value does not change. Now that we've established the logic behind how these levels are calculated, let's transition to the charts and observe how the indicator performs in a live market environment. Let's move over to TradingView to apply the indicator and analyze its behavior directly on the chart. Let's start by adding the indicator to our chart. As always, click the Indicators button from the top toolbar to open the indicator search panel. Next, type Fibonacci IntraDay Range into the search bar. For this video, we'll be using the version created by ukutaLabs. Go ahead and click on it to add it to your chart. I'll also add the link for this indicator in the description below. Now let's quickly review the settings for this indicator. The settings for this indicator are mostly visual. You can adjust the label sizes and customize the line styles to your preferences. Each Fibonacci level is fully configurable. Users can selectively enable or disable individual levels based on their preferences and customize the color of each level to enhance chart visibility and alignment with their personal charting style. Finally, as mentioned earlier in the video, the look-back period is fully adjustable. Increasing the days to load value expands the number of daily candlesticks included in the calculation, resulting in a broader averaging range that can smooth out short-term volatility. With the configuration details covered, let's now shift our focus to the indicator in action and examine how it performs on a live chart. We'll start by analyzing Tesla on a 15-minute chart. As emphasized earlier, the selected time frame is irrelevant. This indicator consistently anchors to the opening price of the first candle of the session, regardless of the chart interval. However, it's important to note that the definition of the first candle of the session can vary depending on the market. For instruments such as stocks, futures, and other commodities that include both pre-market and regular trading hours, the first candle of the session will shift accordingly when pre-market data is enabled, impacting where the Fibonacci levels are anchored. In this example, the indicator has anchored to the first candle of the pre-market session. For comparison, I've highlighted the first candle of the regular market hours in both cases to illustrate how the anchor point can vary depending on whether pre-market data is included in the chart. This distinction is critical. Since the Fibonacci levels are calculated from the initial anchor point, their projections will vary depending on whether the indicator is anchored to the pre-market or regular session open. As shown, this can significantly impact the positioning of the levels on the chart. This isn't to suggest that one anchor point is more correct than the other. Rather, the indicator simply adjusts its output based on the available session data. The variation in Fibonacci levels reflects the change in reference points, not an error in calculation. With all the foundational details addressed, let's move on to chart analysis. We'll evaluate the indicator across a range of asset classes, including stocks, futures, Forex, and cryptocurrencies, to observe how it performs in different market environments. We'll begin with Tesla, continuing from our earlier example. The first thing you'll observe is that the indicator effectively highlights potential support and resistance levels, providing a structured framework for intraday price action. Immediately following the opening bell, sellers pushed the price lower, where it found initial support at the 23.8% Fibonacci level below the current day's open, indicating early buyer interest at this retracement zone. Buyers then managed to drive the price back up to the 23.8% Fibonacci level above the current day's open. Given the prior consolidation zone to the left, it's not unexpected that price encountered resistance at this level and subsequently retraced back to the opening price. Next, it's clear from the price action that buyers attempted to maintain control above today's opening price. However, sellers ultimately gained momentum and drove the market lower, breaking through that initial support zone. Buyers reasserted control at the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level below the current day's open, successfully driving the price back up to retest the opening level, demonstrating the significance of this zone as a potential demand area. As the trading day concludes, it's tempting to look back at historical price action with hindsight and think, I would have bought here, or I would have sold there. However, real-time decision-making requires structure, context, and discipline, precisely where tools like this indicator can provide added clarity and confidence. While it's not always immediately evident which Fibonacci levels will act as support or resistance, it's important to recognize that the Fibonacci IntraDay Range indicator is best utilized as a complementary tool. When paired with other indicators or forms of analysis, it can enhance confidence in trade decisions made near these key price levels. Now let's take our analysis a step further by examining the same Tesla chart on a lower time frame. This will allow us to observe how the Fibonacci intraday range levels interact with more granular price movements and intraday structure. Here, we're viewing the same intraday price action on a 5-minute chart. To keep things efficient, I'll quickly walk through the key movements once again. Following the market open, price initially moved lower before finding support, triggering a reversal toward the upper Fibonacci levels. Resistance emerged near a prior consolidation zone, leading to a retracement back to the opening price. After briefly stabilizing above this level, sellers pushed the market lower, but buyers eventually regained control and closed the session back at the day's open, reinforcing its role as a key intraday reference point. There are two key areas within this price action worth highlighting. The first being the clear rejection at the prior day's consolidation zone, which acted as a significant resistance level and triggered a reversal in price. This rejection is more pronounced on the lower time frame, where the final bullish candle wicks above the Fibonacci level but closes below it, indicating strong seller presence at that zone. The subsequent increase in selling pressure confirms that sellers were firmly in control, decisively overwhelming the buyers at that level. The second key area is the rejection off the lows. In this instance, sellers drove the price below the Fibonacci level, but buyers responded with strength, defending the zone and ultimately closing the candle back above it. This shift in control signals a strong demand presence at that level and marks a potential reversal point. Unlike the first key area, where sellers immediately took control, buyers in this instance were not able to dominate right away. However, they successfully held price above the Fibonacci level, as evidenced by the close of each subsequent candle remaining above that zone, signaling sustained demand and potential accumulation. As mentioned earlier, not every Fibonacci level will be relevant on a daily basis, and it's impossible to predict with certainty which levels will act as significant support or resistance. Their effectiveness depends on evolving market conditions and broader context. However, it should be increasingly clear that when combined with other indicators and sound technical analysis, this tool can serve as a powerful asset, enhancing context, improving trade timing, and increasing confidence around key price levels. All right, let's expand our analysis and explore how this indicator performs across various asset classes, starting with futures, then moving on to Forex and crypto markets. First up is gold futures. Unlike the earlier examples, gold displayed a pronounced bearish trend, breaking decisively through the average day low, the 100% Fibonacci level, and extending down to the 138.2% Fibonacci extension. This move reflected sustained selling pressure throughout the session, followed by a late-session retracement that brought price back near the average day low at the close. While markets will occasionally exhibit strong directional moves like this, it's important to exercise caution when a commodity approaches the 100% Fibonacci level. At this point, the instrument has already reached its average daily range, and entering a trade in the direction of the prevailing trend carries increased risk of exhaustion or reversal. Next, we shift our focus to the Forex market, using the Euro-USD pair as our example. This chart highlights the adaptability of the Fibonacci intraday range indicator, demonstrating that its methodology is not limited to a single market type. Just as it performed effectively with equities and futures, the indicator continues to provide meaningful structure and actionable levels within the highly liquid and often volatile Forex market. This reinforces the point that the indicator's value lies in its ability to normalize price action across different asset classes, offering traders a consistent framework for identifying potential areas of support, resistance, and intraday turning points, regardless of the instrument being traded. Finally, we'll wrap up with a few examples from the cryptocurrency market. In this Bitcoin example, you'll notice that while price action doesn't always align perfectly with the Fibonacci levels, these zones still act as effective areas of support. The market often responds to these levels with pauses, consolidations, or reversals, highlighting their relevance even in more volatile and less structured environments like crypto. However, there will also be days, such as this example in Ethereum, where price action aligns cleanly with the Fibonacci levels, validating their significance. Like any tool, this indicator will have both strong and weak days. The market ultimately moves according to its own dynamics, and our role as traders is to simplify and interpret that movement through structured tools like this to support informed decision-making. That wraps up our breakdown of the Fibonacci intraday range indicator. Whether you're a scalper looking for precision levels or a day trader needing structure, this tool offers a data-driven edge rooted in real market behavior. If you found this helpful, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more trading insights, and let us know in the comments how you plan to use this indicator in your own strategy. Thanks for watching, and as always, trade smart, stay patient, and keep refining your edge.